Good evening. Hello, everybody. Happy birthday to me, us, Funky Fossil. I'm so glad that you can join me tonight for our Why Not Wednesday Live, but a really special one as well, because I've been really giddy for weeks now about sharing some of the new products we're releasing tonight with you, and of course celebrating our birthday with you. It's a funny milestone. I suppose 6 years. It's not like got a zero on the end of it, but it feels like a really significant milestone given the 12 months we've just had. So I really wanted to celebrate it with all of you. So yeah, hopefully we'll have a fun live tonight. I've got had birthday messages flooding in from the world of craft. So I've got some messages that I'll be playing for you. We've got some fab giveaways. We've got some fab new products. I'll try and squeeze a demo in. All the goodness. So I'm hoping you're ready to buckle up and have a good hour with me this evening. And it's fantastic to see so many of you on the live already. So thank you ever so much for joining me. Oh, my watch has got very excited as well. I'm seeing all the names, all familiar names kind of coming into the feed, and I want to say a huge thank you at the very beginning of this live to all of you who tune in every week, who buy the products, support the brands, share your makes and support each other. That means a whole lot to me. Also want to say a big thank you to the design team, because they are amazing. They work often to tight deadlines. They turn their hand to all the different styles and products that we bring out at Funky Fossil and always wow you with their makes. So they're really kind of the beating heart of what we do at Funky Fossil. And also I better thank Mr. G, partly because today is actually his birthday, so he's a bit miffed at the moment. Because he's sitting downstairs waiting for a takeaway because he feels like he's been neglected on his birthday. So he did say that he was willing to give away a signed photo of himself as a prize tonight. So if anybody wants to take him up on that, then I will arrange it. But yeah, he's sitting downstairs. He's surrounded by records and he's having a nice day. But yeah, he's sitting there feeling a bit put out. But I'm taking all the attention for Funky Fossil, so bless him. So but big thanks to him, because he makes sure these lives go out and shouts at me regularly. I think that's probably the main contribution he makes, but it's good to have somebody who is always there to kind of make sure that I don't mess up completely. A bit, but not completely. Let me see who's on the chat tonight, though, and I'm sorry if I've missed your name as the comments have been scrolling down. I can see Karen, Sarah Lou, Jeannie, Chris, our lovely Ali from the design team, Rebs. I saw Shannon, Therese, Julie, Natalie's here as well. It's not your birthday this time, Nat. Margaret's here, Fiona's here, Lisa's here. Thank you. Oh, and I'm sure I saw Erica as well early on in the chat as well. So, and Alice, Kate, Nicola, I'm so glad that you're all here. It's amazing. It's amazing to have so many of you on tonight. Dawn's here as well. And I'm sure that's Dawn Thomas, but I'm sure Dawn Lifton and Paul are on as well. Belinda's on, Belinda Romo. Oh, sorry, Belinda, I've really hashed up your name there. Sorry, but rather than Belinda Basson, I was just clarifying. Linda, lovely to see you. Jane, lovely Jane's on. Donna, Viola, Caroline. Oh, I'm really made up that so many of you are on tonight. And our lovely Carol as well from the village next door to me. So you see, I've got a sparkly balloon. So it's definitely birthday time. It was a I got Steve to I bought some balloons off Amazon, as you can well imagine, and Steve was blowing them up last night and they all exploded. The poor dog was petrified, so he's been out today buying more balloons for us. So I had to have all the trimmings. So not only have we got fab products, but we've got shiny balloons and we've got as well giveaways. Let me tell you about those before I lose before I lose my my train of thought. Oh, Carol Ann, sit on the naughty steps. Carol Ann's eaten all the cakes. This morning she promised me strawberry cupcakes and scones for my birthday, and apparently they've all gone. Outrageous. Well, Kathy's here as well, Selena, Angela. Oh, Angela, I must get back to you on that email. Apologies, lovely. It's been a bit mental, so I'm not ignoring it. I've seen your email. Oh, and Catherine, so many of you. That's fantastic. So yeah, let me talk about giveaways before I completely lose my train of thought. So I thought tonight, because we've got new goodies, and it's difficult for me to anticipate what it is that will particularly appeal to you, and because it's my birthday, I thought we'll do 4 £15 giveaways. So the wonderful Ali is normally on winner picking duties and will text me before the end of the live. We'll have 4 viewers who are on the live. Nothing, you don't need to do anything. If you can share and if you can like, it's amazing. It's really helpful. Obviously, if you comment, we know you're viewing and you're there. And Ali will choose 4 winners to win £15 credit to spend in store at Funky Fossil. Spend it on the new stuff, you can spend it on the old stuff, etc. And of course, if you spend another few pounds when you check out with your credit, you will also get the free A6 stamp that I'm giving away all month for any purchases of over £20. So any purchases over £20 before postage also qualify. I've got it on my desk here. I'll show you in a bit more detail the fantastic A6 affirmation stamp, which I've been sharing some samples with this week. I absolutely love it, and they're on the samples we've got tonight in front of me. So it won't take much for you to tip yourself over into getting that free stamp as well as the credit that we're giving away tonight. So hopefully, sorry, I've just seen Rana's name and I realised that I've left her samples on the table downstairs. Do you know what? I've got messages, Rana, I've got messages to play. So I might even sprint for the kitchen while I'm playing some messages so I can get your fabulous samples upstairs. Oh, so annoyed. So yeah, it's my gift back to all of you for tuning in regularly as clockwork and supporting the brand. So thank you again. Right, what order to do things in? I'm in a real dither today because I've got my messages from our fantastic friends, from obviously the Craft Collective, from Highlight, from some of the Create and Craft presenters, who have all been kind enough to share to record some messages that I can play you tonight. And also over the course of the next few weeks, some of those kind of guests will have little pop-up deals and promos for Funky Fossil, which will appear on their Facebook pages, and obviously I'll promote them as well. So some of the faces you see tonight will also be having different kind of promotions over the course of the month. So there'll be lots of other ways that you can save and shop for the next few weeks. Right. Oh, hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you, darling. I hope you're feeling well or better. It's been a bit of a whirlwind 6 years, I have to say. And I'm not going to go back through the whole life story of it all. I'm sure you're all fed up of hearing about it. But this is obviously something I started 6 years ago from a place of passion for crafting, and over that time my journey has kind of taken me in many different directions. I've done lots of things I never expected I would do or have the courage to do, including TV, etc. And I've kind of moved over that time. I still am a really keen card maker, but I probably do a bit more of my creating in journals over recent months because it enables me to keep the artwork. So the new releases we've got in to share with you tonight start to take us on that journaling journey. Last year we launched the Stella Pace. They were our kind of, I suppose, our flagship product of 2024. And this year I've got something a bit different for you, which is more in a journaling theme. So I'm going to turn the camera around in a sec. And what was the other thing I was going to say to you about products? Oh, let me just say about the month ahead. So I've got a new release tonight. I also have another new release next week, and that will be a new release that I take to Highlight Crafts as well on the Friday for our live shopping hours. And then I've got a third new release at the end of the month. So for those of you that like to kind of plan ahead, I always like to be really open about what's coming your way. I am going to slow the releases down this year. They were a lot of them last year. It's a lot to ask of you to keep up with all of that product. So I will be slowing it down over the course of 2025, but it's my birthday month. I got overexcited. I do apologize. So 3 very different styles of collections coming out in January. So if this one isn't for you, then absolutely, I'm sure there'll be one of the later ones that do appeal. But just really wanted to make you aware that there are 3 there are going to be 3 releases to share with you over January. Hello, Amanda Lovely. Hello, Roxy Lee, Vanessa. Right. Shall we let me turn the camera around and show you some product, and then I will share a few messages while I try and do a sprint downstairs so I can get Rada's amazing samples, and we can do it that way. So let me turn the camera around to see all the loveliness that I've got in front of me. So where to start? I'm going to start with the journal product first, because then the Zinsky collection that we have, and which a lot of the samples then kind of showcase, is the kind of thing that you will be familiar with. But I want to explain the journaling concept first. By the way, if I've not said this already, sorry if I'm repeating myself. All the product is now available on the website. So when I go off my live, you'll be able to go onto the funkyfossil.co.uk website and make that purchase if there's anything that's particularly caught your eye. So I'm super proud of this new product for this year. And what I'm proposing is that we have journal kits that enable you to make your own journals really quickly and easily. And you know how much we've loved our A5 spiral bound journals last year, and I know lots of you creating them and really like them. And the only downside of those journals has been the spine, the spiral bound spine in the middle, because of course it constrains your ability to work fully on the page unless you work off the page and stick it in. So that got me thinking about, I wanted a more flexible system. And what I've done is created a spine die. So this is all based on that concept of the disc bound notebooks, journals, planners. For example, if you know Happy Planner, that will be a kind of a brand where you know you can get those really chunky books and they're held together by these binding discs, and you can take the pages in and out as you wish. So I wanted the ability to create something myself, and what I've developed is these spine dies, these 2 disc spine dies. One cuts a strip out, as you can see, because it's a self-contained, bear with me, I'm trying to pick one up, self-contained die. One is more open and it enables you to cut directly into your page or into your paper. What's Donna saying? Yeah, I'm going to try and keep a track of whether or not you've had one already. But if you can leave a note in comments just to avoid me sending you duplicate, Donna, that would be really helpful. Thank you very much. But I am trying to keep an eye on this. Hello, Diane Lovely. So this is going to enable me to create strips that I can then attach to my pages and then use my discs to bind together, or I can cut into any page that I want to, and of course make that page any size, because of course I can extend the die on, I can make it, I can work with a smaller space. So it really gives you the kind of the core to be able to make journals of any size and with anything you want. If it be your jelly prints, if it be in fact I've got an example I'll show you, but postcards, ephemera, all sorts of things that you can pop into this kind of system. without needing to worry about how you're going to do it. And of course, it's chunky. It will enable you to take quite chunky pages because these are relatively big discs, and you can take the pages in and out as you want to. So really, really flexible, really simple. So what I've put in the kits for you, the kind of the core kits, is obviously the dies, and these are A5 in length approximately, so you can cut an A5 sheet off the straight off the top, or an 8x8 sheet, because of course if you attach this to a 20x20 piece of card, then you're already starting an 8x8 journal. So again, I keep jumping off in all sorts of directions of what you can do with this. So obviously what I am suggesting it will be in this core kit is the die, which is the kind of the heart of the whole system, a set of discs, and I've got 3 options for you. There are 12 discs in the packs, and there are 3 color options. There's all black, there's these fantastic vibrant bright colors, and there's a white. So you've got 3 options. So when you go shopping, it will give you the choice, or will give you the option to choose which color variation you want to go for. And of course, you'll get the whole kit. You'll just get the different disc colors that work for you. The other thing that I worked really hard on, has taken ages, and in fact it took so long, the design team haven't got theirs yet. They're very patient. Is I've also got journal covers made, and of course they had to be made because they have to fit my disc journal, my disc spine, so they line up with the disc spine, if that makes sense. Excuse me. So I've got covers made in a 6x6 and A5, and when I say covers, they're actually pockets. So you can be able to put a page into your pocket and use that as the kind of the cover to keep everything nice and protected, or you're going to be able to use them for your storage of dies, stencils, etc. Because of course you'll be able to bind a number of these wallets together with your disc, with your discs, and you can create your own kind of storage system if that's what you want to do. So there are lots of ways I think you might use these, but in the actual kit, the starter kit, you'll get a pair of covers, and again you can choose 6x6 or A5. They're the cover sizes I have got, and in your kit you'll have your covers, you'll have your disc spine, you'll have the discs in the color you choose, and also I'm just throwing in, because I love Pink Frog, I'm throwing in a starter set of 6x6 or A5 depending on the cover cardstock. So 10 sheets of the 300 GSM white, 10 sheets of the 280 GSM black. So you'll get that in either 6x6 or A5 depending on the journal you're going for, just so that you can get going and it gives you a chance to get started straight away. That won't be a forever offer, but as part of the introduction, you'll get a bonus set of cardstock in with your kit. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Let me have I'm just dipping across. This is what I showed the DT when I was explaining it to them, and this isn't a finished journal, as in it's got kind of decorated pages, but it was me just wanting to give them an idea of how all of this could work together. So you can see your discs are what are holding everything together, and they hold quite a lot of weight. The pages don't fall out, but they're easy enough to put in and take out. So I've got obviously a wallet cover here with my cardstock inside, but then I've got choices. Inside I've decided here's a piece of black cardstock, but I've cut directly into the cardstock, so it's not got the strip attached to it. But then I've cut out some postcards, and they fit in nicely. So you can end up creating a journal with all sorts of different sizes of pages Here is a page where I have attached a strip to it. So I've not cut into the cardstock. I've cut a strip and stuck the cardstock to the strip. Because once you've decorated a page, for example, or you decide, oh, actually, I'd like to put that in my journal, you won't necessarily want to put that through a die cutting machine. So the strips will enable you always to convert something to a journal page. Yes, Caroline. So you've got two options when you look on the shop. There's an A5 and there's a 6x6. They'll have the same contents other than the plastic wallets will either be A5 or 6x6, and the cardstock will be A5 or 6x6. So you've got two journal sizes ready to go if you want to. Equally, I am selling the discs, so the discs as individuals, because of course they're consumable, and the spine as an individual. So if you're thinking that all looks great, Sarah, but really just give me the spine die, and I don't want the covers, I don't want the cardstock, I'm just going to create my own journals, and the spine die will give me the means to do that, then you can buy that by itself as well, if that helps. So hopefully the way I've set it up on the website will make sense when you go to check out, that you've got the choices of 6x6 or A5. So anyway, I got carried away with cutting out lots of coloured pieces of paper. But then when we get to the back of this sample, you see I've got some of my stencils in. So I've got, this is again the 6x6 wallets, and I've got I put a piece of black cardstock in, and then two stencils, one on each side, to make maximum use of the storage. I just cut a piece of magnetic whatever it is, sheet, and put a die, my Matchbox die, in there, and this is holding all of that. So if you think, well, actually journaling's not for me, but I quite fancy a way of being able to store dies or ephemera or scraps of paper that I kind of don't always have an immediate use for, then you can absolutely put them in these wallets. So for example, here I've got a couple of wallets where I've got some of the ephemera from the collection we're about to look at, and all I've done is just put the discs down the side, and I can keep those now, and I could add them to my journal while I'm still working on the journal and want to keep all the little bits and pieces to hand. But as I say, you don't need to be a journaler if you want to be able to just kind of put storage ideas together. Does that? I hope that makes sense. I think this is really, really cool, because it just gives you so much flexibility, and you can create mini journals up to big journals. So here's an example that Brian sent to me, and he's cut into the size of tags. So he's made a tag book with the discs. So all he did was use the die along the side of the tags that he'd created, and he can put those together. And when I show you the samples the DT have sent to me, I've just this afternoon just bound them all into one thing, because they all sent me their individual pages, but because they either had the strip on or had been cut into, then they all fitted together, and I could just put the disc along the edge and just made up a journal as I went. So I am really, really excited about this, because I think it's going to just transform the way we journal. Certainly for those of us that may sometimes, spend a lot of money on a really beautiful journal and then get stage fright because we're worried about messing up a page, or we make sometimes we make something and think, oh, that would look great in a journal, but now it's on a scrap piece of paper. What do I do with it? This is going to give you the ability to always just bind things together, whether it be tags through to bigger pages. So I'm really, this for me is the kind of the product which is going to be, I think, the glue for lots of the collections. So as we go through the year, I'm sure you will see all sorts of designs and collections that we bring out to you, kind of configured in some form of disc bound system, because it's just so flexible, really flexible. For the spine, Vanessa, well, I've been cutting out. So, for example, I've been cutting out of the the Pink Frog black in 280. I've been cutting in the white in 300. So it's it doesn't need to be particularly heavy weight, because really the way the discs kind of slot in, they do all the work for you. They kind of almost cling to, it's really clever how they do it, but they cling to the cardstock for you. So unless you're putting something really heavy on the page, most normal cardstocks should be okay to make these strips. If you're going to use it, obviously, for things like die storage or something that's heavier weight, that's why the plastic wallets work better for us, because of course they can take that weight and they're not going to tear. So you're going to have to tell me what you think. I think 5 by... No, the kit, the $24.99 kit, Caroline, includes the dies. So when you look at the dies being, I can't remember off the top of my head, which is poor, I think they're $18.99. Then you realise that when you buy the kit in either size, you're getting it at a really good price, because I'm throwing the cardstock in, the discs and the wallet covers. So yeah, the dies are included in that kit. I've just made them available individually in case somebody wants to explore the idea, but just with the dies. Hi, Lynn, lovely. So yeah, I hope I've answered your question there, Caroline, and obviously come back to me if I haven't. So that's the thing I wanted to kind of explain to start with, because that's the kind of the core of what my 2025 looks like. I think I'm off again, not even finishing a sentence. I'm thinking junk journals. I mean, I love journals with kind of torn pages and all sorts of unevenness, so you can make them really kind of crisp and pristine, or it's just going to give you the option of putting the disc edge on anything and having a really kind of topsy-turvy journal as well. So but we've got a slightly more vintage style collection coming out towards the end of the month, at the very end of the month actually. So I'll do a little bit more junk journaly style stuff then. But of course tonight we're talking about Zinsky, and she's really bright and bold and full of kind of whimsy. So that's, I think, a lovely way of showcasing this product to start with. But hopefully you understand the context or the concept and the fact that it will work with whatever kind of artwork you like. So yeah, exactly. Nat, it would be great for recipes. It'd be great for anything in terms of keeping things together. That you at the moment you end up kind of, I must say Monteleone, because I mean that woman needs organising. Avril, are you asking what's the one at the end of the year? The end of the month. It is it's a signature wallet, so it's one that I've kind of put together, and I think you'll like it. It's kind of got a vintage patchwork style, and it's got amazing rub-ons as well. It's going to be a good month, folks. It's going to be a good month. And of course, the thing is, once you've got the dies, the spine dies, then, you know, off you go. I mean, I'm giving you something that's going to mean you can make as many types of journals that you want to at any time. And that's what I think is exciting about it, because you're not going to be hesitating, oh, do I start a new journal? You can make a journal, or you can make a collection. You can store your cards in it. You can put your cards in the wallets and keep them until you're ready to use them later in the year. So what am I going to show you now? Let me talk about this amazing collection by our wonderful Eleanor, who's an amazing friend to me, and I absolutely love her to bits. And she's absolutely delivered for this first collection of the year. It feels like a little while since we had a proper dive into the magical world of Zinsky, and I felt she was the best person to kickstart our journaling this year. So before I talk to you about the Zinsky collection, this is the stamp that I keep referring to, which is the free with purchases over £20. Can be anything from the website. This doesn't need to be new release. It could be, you can go shopping in the sales section. As long as your purchase comes to more than £20, then this stamp will jump into your basket as well. Nothing you need to do. You don't need a code, etc. Just pop into your basket. So that I keep meaning to show waft under the camera, and I have done so now. So this, I'm trying to think which bits to show you first. Let's start with the A5 stamp set. There's lots of new things for me in all of this. There's lots of kind of firsts in the collection, including the ephemera, etc. So it's really kind of enabled me to kind of try new things out. But of course, our A5 stamp set is a great anchor for the whole collection. It's got these 3 fabulous big heads. It's called Off the Top of My Head, and that's because each of these 3 characters have fabulous hats full of detail, books, pencils, flowers, sailing boats. So they're really, really kind of whimsical, and they make, as you'll see in a second, fabulous paper dolls if you want to create kind of bookmarks or things that kind of sit in pockets in your journals. They're so cool. Really lovely to colour as well. Thanks, Sally. I'm not sure what question I missed, but it sounds like you've answered it. So we'll just start with next. So I haven't got a paper pad with this Zinsky collection per se, as in the way we typically regard paper pads being kind of patterned backgrounds. It is a whole book of cuttable outables, because I love cuttable outables, and now I've made a whole book of them. And so what this 6x6 book is full of frames and banners and ephemera and journaling spots that you can cut out and use in your journals. They're a lovely size. That's why I wanted to do them in 6x6, because you can see like a panel like this. You can write your journaling in it. You can use it as a frame for a character, but it would be too big to really be a stamp. It would take up too much real estate on the stamp set. Yes, it's going to. Well, actually, this collection, Daphne, isn't going to highlight just yet. It will go to highlight, but it's exclusive to me first. I've got another collection that's coming out next week that's going to highlight when I'm there next Friday. So this one, it will be just on my website to start with. I love these pockets. There's lots. Of course, any space I had, I've filled with little sentiments, but I wanted to make sure there was enough space so that cutting out wasn't too much of a headache. You've got your kind of whimsical bird, but these are nice pocket-sized elements, because then you can really kind of build your journal pages up easily. And then there are 3 of these pages in the books. There's 3 of each design, which of course is a fantastic cuttable outable alphabet in a Zinsky style font. So here, some of you who've got our kind of one of our older Zinsky washi tapes might recognise the whole cast of characters, bunting. Because you've got 3 of each, that kind of is going to really work well on a 6x6 journal page. It's going to fit a lot of ephemera in there. Then it's full of just lots of fun things, which aren't too hard to cut out. I mean, I'm not talking kind of massively difficult to cut out, and things like tags and hearts, etc. These kind of round embellishments. There we go. I think that's all. I feel like I've been going on forever. Yeah, that's back to the beginning. So this is why it's called an ephemera stack, because it isn't patterned papers in the way that we normally provide them to you. We do have some Zinsky paper pads on the shop from previous collections that are still available. So if you want to kind of extend your bright and vibrant journal making in a Zinsky style, you can get those. But this is very much about ephemera. And then because I was on an ephemera kick, so this is on the website already. And I've not done these before, but I know other companies have, and they've always looked really fun. I've got a whole packet of ephemera that's already been laser cut, die cut, laser cut, and printed on a nice kind of cardstock. So if the cutting out of the ephemera stack feels like too much hassle, then you've got a whole range of ephemera details here. Look at these tabs. We've got little kind of ladies' faces on them. So this is a kind of a slightly different configuration. I love her. We did a sticker book for Zinsky a few years ago, and she was one of the stickers on it. So I wanted to bring her back in the ephemera. So yeah, lots and lots of vibrant detail in here. But the reason that I did the book as well is, as you can well imagine, I wouldn't have been able to get as many of those big pockets and journaling spots into an ephemera pack. So this has got lots more little details, like this kind of little heart, like the butterfly. There's a really cool bee somewhere. I can't remember where. I can't see it. I love her. She was one of our A7 stamps. So she's a lovely character. And Eleanor's done all the colouring on these for us. Where? I won't be able to find those. There's a couple of little bees in there. They always make me smile. Can you see that? So it's one of those ephemera packs that's why I think you'll probably want to put them in a wallet, because you're going to tip them out every time you make a page and then kind of be overwhelmed by all the choices it gives you. But because it's a nice quality cardstock, it really kind of makes building up your journal pages easy. So A5 stamp set, the ephemera stack of papers, and 6x6 papers, excuse me, fighting a cough there, and then the pack of ephemera. And all of these are available individually on the website, but I have also put a bundle together, which obviously has got a kind of good discount on it. So depending on whether you want to pick a mix and select individual items, or whether you want the whole lot, you've got the choice there. And I've got two fabulous stencils to complete this collection. One's called Alphabetti, and you can see it's really fun, abstract, kind of a whimsical alphabet, not a grungy one. It's a playful one. It'd be great to use with lots of bright colours. And then we've got Doodle Daisies. Now this is an older design that I can't remember when we bought it out. It is years ago. So what I have done on the shop when I've put this collection out is I've made the bundle, this stencil, the papers, the ephemera, and the stamp set. Because I know how many of you have had a catalogue of stencils, and I didn't want to put one in that you thought, well, that's a duplicate of one I've already got. So I have confined the bundle to the things that are all completely new. But I thought Doodle Daisies needed a kind of a refresh look. Used it here on this page with some of the Wow embossing powders. It's gorgeous. So I couldn't help but bring it back. And make it part of this collection, but I haven't included it in the bundle just in case I was duplicating anything you already had. And that, it does look different, and that's why I mentioned it, Jane, because it always looks different when things are kind of packaged differently. So I thought I better highlight the fact that it may look slightly familiar to some people, because we all do it, don't we? I buy multiples of something because I've forgotten I've already got it. So it might be worth checking your stash before you get Doodle Daisies if you have been collecting Zinsky in the past. Just fabulous. So I could flick through my little stash here of ephemera for ages, and you can see what I've already started doing, because I've been playing and making, is I put kind of some of the the ephemera pieces in one wallet, and then pieces that I've cut out from the 6x6 paper pad in another wallet, and then just kind of put them together in the on the discs. So I'll keep them together. The ephemera should be on the website, Owly. If it's not, let me know and I will make sure I put it on straight after the live. Have I forgotten to put it on? I might have done. Apologies if I have. I will definitely put it on after the live. I know it's on as part of the bundle, but I thought I had loaded it on as an individual item. As I say, everything I'm showing you here is available as individuals. I missed another question there from Jane, didn't I? What were you saying, Jane? The sentiments are very Zinsky in the ephemera pad and the pad and the packet. They're the kind of, in fact, they're very similar to the ones we had in the sticker book way back when. Things like Welcome to My Planet, Simply Splendid, Utter Nonsense, Bonkers, Happy Days, It's a Long Story. So they're the kind of words that I thought, colour outside the lines. They're the kind of sentiments I thought would work nicely for a journal, but not be too occasion specific. Be weird, blooming marvellous, etc. And similar ones on the inside of the book as well. Black and white. With this ephemera, I decided to put a white outline around it. So everything's got a white outline around it because I figured if you can cut that off if you want to, but it's harder to put it back on, if that makes sense. And I thought if you're creating bright and vibrant pages, which you probably will be if you're using Zinsky, sometimes it's quite nice to have that outline. Quite often when I cut out stamps, I will cut it with that kind of white halo. So I've left a white outline on the ephemera as well. God, have I answered all the questions? I'm hoping so. You had your 50th. Diane, that's cracking. That would have been me though, because I can't park for toffee. I'd have taken the criticism. I would have accepted the criticism. I only drive a small car as well. You would not believe. You watch me, you think I was trying to actually maneuver an articulated lorry. I've got no spatial awareness. Right. Gosh, I feel like I'm taking up loads of your time, everybody. Let's not yet, Isabel, not yet, but it's nearly sorted, my ability to ship to Europe, and I will absolutely announce it as soon as it is available. But lovely, the only thing I can suggest is you can always build a basket on the shop, and I will hold the product for you until I'm able to ship it. You can build the basket and not pay for it until I say, right, we can ship now. So don't worry about missing out on product, and it won't be long. I do promise you that. Shall we have a few birthday messages? And we'll see who's been sending me some messages before we have a look at a few samples. I think some of these will make you giggle. So let's see if I can make this work. I'm going to fade to black, and then I'm going to share a few messages with you.
Happy birthday, Funky Fossil. A massive happy birthday to you. It is wonderful having you here at Live Shopping. We cannot wait for your 6th birthday. Have a fabulous one. We're going to crack open the bubbly and we'll get the balloons pumped up ready for your arrival. See you soon.
Happy birthday, Funky Fossil! 6 years old. Congratulations, Sarah. What an amazing achievement, and long may it continue. Lots of love.
Hello there, Sarah and Funky Fossil. Congratulations, 6 years. This is a birthday to celebrate. You have always brought us incredible products and designs, and always innovation, and always variety as well. So incredibly proud of what you have achieved. And you can see there our little kabuki also wants to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday, Funky Fossil. Sorry, that's Lorca singing happy birthday to you in dog. I hope you have a fantastic birthday. I can't wait to see all the goodies that you've got in store for us. And I can't wait to see what else you've got up your creative sleeves for all the years to come. Take care and have a wonderful celebration. Lots of love from chilly and wonderfully snowy Lancashire. Bye.
Hello everyone, just wanted to wish Sarah Gray and Funky Fossil a very, very happy 6th birthday. A brand and a lovely lady that I've worked with many, many times and really enjoyed the fantastic products she brings to the table. So a massive 6th happy birthday, and watch out for some promo codes as well. Funky Fossil Facebook fans. Got it!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Funky Fossil. Happy birthday to you. 6 years, wow, that's incredible, Sarah. Thank you for all the inspiration that you've brought to the crafting industry. You are a truly amazing lady. I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and here's to another 6 years.
Oh, aren't they lovely messages? I did try and get Taylor Swift, but unfortunately Erica was the only singing act in town. But I just love them. And, you know, let's face it, I've had Martin there saying I was a lovely lady. So that's a turn up for the books as well. I'll be keeping that for posterity. I've got other messages as well to share with you a little bit later in the live, and I won't take up masses of your time. I might run out of time for demo actually tonight, looking at how long I've been rattling on, because I do want to share some of these samples. But it is so lovely to have so many friends in the industry who have been kind enough to take the time out to share a message and say happy birthday, because they're all an absolute joy to work with. And yeah, they're just working with all of these wonderful, talented people. Just makes me feel very lucky. Yeah, right. I'm not actually a fan of Taylor Swift. I just thought she was a good point of reference as a singer. I can't get away with anything with Brian. Let me share a few samples. Honestly, Brian, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. You can rest easy. Right, let me show you a few samples. I've got loads actually. Rana, I didn't manage to run downstairs, so I'm really sorry. I will share your samples later. I do apologize for leaving them downstairs. Rana as well is doing a Facebook Live on Crafting Together with All Brands this Sunday. I think it's 3 o'clock. Pop it in the comments, Rana, if I've got that wrong, but I think it's 3 o'clock on Crafting Together with All Brands, and she'll be using this new collection as well. So definitely check that out for inspiration, because she makes amazing things with Zinsky. That's kind of the collection that first brought her to Funky Fossil, I think. So lots of little bits and pieces that I have to share with you. And this is what I mean about the joy of this disc journal system, because these pages in this 6x6 journal are a combination of all of our work, because I was able, as I say, just to pop them together and make a really quick journal with them. So here's one that I've done, and as I was saying to you about, I mean, this is actually using one of the ephemera pieces as a head on a tag, the tag being in the ephemera stack pad to make a paper doll, fitting into one of those fabulous pockets and a nice size, but then combining it with all that fabulous ephemera. And the fun is really just because Zinsky's so colourful and playful, you just can't go wrong. You can't get your color mix wrong. She really is kind of like a rainbow on a page. So all of the things work together, even though they're really bright and kind of strong colors. Using my doodle daisies in the background. And then this one I think is an Ali one. Yes. So here's a page from Ali, and she's created a little kind of page within a page here with elements hidden underneath the figure. But you can see what a lovely size these stamps are. I can say these are 6x6 pages, and it really kind of fills that space nicely. The alphabetic stencil in the background as well in those vibrant colours. I think this might be an Ali one as well. Let me have a look. It is. And she's used some of the circles from the, I think this is from the ephemera stack, to create kind of a scalloped edge around that main focal point. It's just happy art, isn't it? Really kind of bright. It's going to make you smile in these kind of colder months. This one is Brian. So here's Taylor Swift Brian, just popping out of your page to say hello. She's got a nice shiny eye there, but he's used one of those kind of corner pockets. Some of the papers from the Groovy, Stay Groovy 6x6 paper pad from Eleanor. And then this one is by Brian. Again, he's created a kind of pocket where one of our characters can kind of come in and out. And what I like about journals, and this is everyone to each their own taste, I do like journals that have things sticking out the top, because it always intrigues me to see what those pages are. So I really like the fact that these characters can kind of really protrude from the edge of the page. I love this one. I think this is definitely an Ali one. I think she's used some raven paste. It's definitely got glitter to it, of the alphabetti with this kind of character here, and she's just put her on one of the black and white elements, which I think is really cool as well. Aren't these great samples? This is by our wonderful Sarah, and look, she's gone all out with colour. Love that. And so she's cut out one of the doodle daisies from the stencil, and further embellished the hat there, alphabetti in the background. And what's this one? Another character. Is this a Brian one? I think it is a Brian one. It is. So you can see as well, just to show you, this will sit flat. The discs will move with the pages, if you know what I mean. So it will sit nice and flat on your work surface when you're looking through it. But obviously, I would absolutely create my pages out of the book and then slot them in. I think this is an Ali one as well. Looks like it is. It is Ali. Then I've shown you already very quickly the tags that our lovely Brian has created. And I love the fact that on this one, I think most of them, no, they're not. Let's say most of them are black and white figures. So he's got really busy backgrounds going on, but then the characters really kind of pop over the top of all of that colour. That's cool as well, isn't it? Using some reverse stenciling for a nice grungy background on the tags as well. I like her. I do like her. So just a good example of the fact that you don't need to be looking at traditional journal pages, page sizes. Excuse me. It's not often you say I've talked too much, is it? Oh, I've just got so much. Look, I've got so much in front of me. Let me just say as well, of course, this isn't about not making cards and not using this fabulous artwork for cards as well. So if you're making a 6x6 journal page, it totally will work for a really great card as well. So don't kind of feel that it's an either or option. I think she almost looks a bit like the Mad Hatter. I don't know, there's something about her. Maybe it's the kind of the eyelashes under the eyes, but I think she's got a bit of a Mad Hatter vibe to her. So yeah, beautiful cards as well as journal pages. And here's some pages I've done that I haven't yet added to the journal I've just shown you, but it will be a very, oh, I can't show you that. There's a test of product not yet released. But it will be a really easy job for me to add this to the journal, because all I will do is adhere, probably start at the top, adhere the strip to the side and just trim at the bottom, because this is a 6x6 and it's an A5 die. So I'll then be able to slot it straight into the book. So have lots of strips cut, and you can be just turning your pages, you're turning your kind of card fronts even into pages as easily as that. Then this one's got the Utterly Potterly characters on it, working nicely with that ephemera, and that's the Zinsky Borderline A5 stamp set. So that of course works brilliantly with this as well. I love this one, the Alphabetic. I love this one, as in it's one of my samples. I think I missed a question there about what can you buy. Can you buy 6x6 kit without die? As I bought the 5x. It's not an option I put on the website, because really then to get the 6x6 you can buy the covers, the 6x6 covers, and the discs separately as individuals, because obviously you won't want the die again. So my thinking was you would go for one or other of the complete kits, and then you would top up with the consumables like the discs, like the covers, as individuals beyond that. But message me afterwards if that's not really what you're wanting and what you mean, and I'll see if I can kind of configure the products differently if that doesn't work for folk. So this is a kind of Alphabetic with our wonderful character. And then just to really show you the disc system in the two different sizes. So I showed you a 6x6. Here are some A5 pages. And again, just really cut them. Added strips to them. So these were samples by Sarah, for example, and they didn't have the strips on them. So I just added a strip this afternoon so I could put them onto the discs. And I love these vibrant discs. I think they're really fun. This is a great page by Sarah because she has used those corners that I was referring to in the stack as kind of flaps, and then she's hinged this character made up of all the ephemera with brads, so you can move it around, so it's like a dancing doll. That's just really clever. So she's used one of the bits of ephemera as the body and then built it up around there. I just love that so much. And it's bulky, but it's fine because this isn't going to run out of space just because you've created something with dimension on. And then here's what I've done where I was using our wonderful Totally Barking stamp set by Zinsky, created a frame. Obviously had the main character there, but then I was able to use one of the dog tabs that comes in the ephemera set because it went with the theme of that page. All of it, again, bright and colourful and fun. And then here's a couple of pages that I haven't yet added to the A5 journal, but will be able to do really easily. And this is one where I've created that kind of full-size paper doll. So what I've done is use the journal corners, but put some vellum behind it to make a pocket, a complete pocket where you can still see a bit behind. I've used that wonderful A6 affirmation stamp on the background and on the body of my doll. And to create this body, I used the View Builder die set. You know, it's got an archway in it. That arch is a perfect size for creating bodies for these paper dolls. So I used the arch to cut that out and make a body for our character and a few of the hearts for wings. So that, for me, I'm going to use that as a bookmark. So I think it's a nice size. And then here's another paper doll that I created, again, just in the blues and greens. Stuck all the bits of ephemera into the pocket because it's big enough to be able to do so. Super, super simple. What are we thinking, everybody? Are you inspired? They've got you wanting to make. They'll say Rana's made a fabulous bag. She's decorated the front of a bag. She's created an A4 journal page as well. So, you know, you really are going to be able to kind of, there'll be a lot of inspiration that we share online. Oh, sorry, what was that from Sharon, lovely? Sorry, did I miss your question about dies? Is the die the same length? Yes, it is. It is, Sharon. It is an A5 die, so it is always that length. So I didn't want to bring out lots of different sizes of dies, because my thinking was, if you can absolutely put it alongside of a 6x6 and just cut it down, and it will create the A5 page straight off. So I didn't really want to mess you about by having lots of different lengths of die. And then, for example, let me see if I can reach it here. So, for example, here's one of my 8x8 papers from Paper Pads, and I have just used that A5 die along the edge, so I can now create an 8x8 journal as well with that same die. So it's, my idea was that I thought the A5 length was the optimum length for you to be able to create lots of different sizes. Now, if you don't have an A4 machine, you won't be able to get that through. But if you've got an A5 machine, you can create any number of these, and then you can add them to the edges of your 8x8 pages. So you can either create strips because your machine isn't big enough to make a big page, or you could put your 8x8 papers through an A4 machine and cut straight into the sides. But it is the same 2 dies for all of these different permutations. Oh, I'm definitely out of breath with all of that excitement. Right, I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the time here, bear with me. And I'm thinking we're not really going to have time for a demo tonight, everyone. I'm really sorry. I just don't want to run massively late, and there was a lot I wanted to show you, and I hope inspire you to give this idea, give this system a go. I've tried to bring it to you at a price point that I think isn't a massive investment. So even if you're new to journaling and are thinking, I'm not sure how much I will do, hopefully you can see lots of other uses for these products that won't necessarily kind of make you feel it's too much of an outlay to get started. And I will absolutely be demoing with these products over the next few weeks, and I'll make sure that my Make It Sunday video for this Sunday is also featuring all of this and things you can do with it. Let me just make sure if I have I missed any other questions. I have spent ages on it, Jane. He will be waiting for his takeaway. I don't think he's even waiting, Avril. I think he's had it. I have spent a lot of time on this because I wanted to try and make it as versatile as I possibly could. And Belinda Basson and I were talking about it for quite a while, and we were again, the strips were her idea, because she was like, well, it just gives me more option in terms of how I can bring pages into my journal. So it's taken a long time to develop, which is why I wanted to make it our birthday release. And I'm glad you all like it as well. No chance. I've got no chance of getting any of that takeaway. My youngest is still here. He's not gone back to uni yet. So with a 19-year-old and my husband, the food's gone. Right, shall we see a few more messages, and then when I come back to say my goodbyes, we'll read out the names of the winners of the giveaway as well. Let's see who else has been sending their messages in. I'm just sure I can work it, to be honest.
Happy birthday, Funky Fossil. How amazing. It's such a pleasure to be able to have you here with us, and you're celebrating your 6th birthday here at Highlight Crafts. We're just so looking forward to it. There's going to be lots of celebrations. I'm sure there'll be balloons. And don't forget, cake, because there's no calories on your birthday. So congratulations, Sarah, and we'll see you all real soon.
Well, it's with the deepest heart we send these messages. We are so sorry that you are retiring, Funky Fossil. But, hang on. Can you wish us a happy 6th birthday? Oh, and there we type. Wrong one. Happy birthday, Funky Fossil. 6 years. Who would have thought? We never would have known. I hope you have an amazing birthday. And all I know is there are massive things planned for the next few days. So don't go anywhere apart from checking out that Funky Fossil 6th birthday with the biggest celebrations around.
Happy birthday, Funky Fossil! I can't believe you're going to be 6 years old. Congratulations with your beautiful, gorgeous, crafty baby. Can't wait to celebrate with you. Take care. See you soon.
Hi Funky Fossil, happy birthday Sarah, congratulations on 6 fabulous years with lots more to come from all of us at Highlight Crafts and of course myself Stephanie.
Oh, isn't that fabulous? I know. I suppose Adam did at least put in the effort to put on a glittery jacket, even though he didn't read the memo in terms of what he was actually announcing. But he's cheeky. And of course, Carly, as ever, understated, low-key message there. So just so fabulous to see all those faces and all those lovely friends. And a big thanks to all of them for recording messages for me too. Now, Ali has messaged me to say I do need to add the ephemera pack to the shop. So apologies about that, everybody. I will do that as soon as I finish the live. But we've got 4 winners to announce. So let's get on to that. So our 4 winners are Selena Allen, Helen Tudor, Daphne Rogers, and Sarah Lou. So I will contact each of you. If you're on Messenger, I will contact you by personal message on Facebook with a code to spend in store. Apparently, Daphne, you were asking if I ship to Canada, and yes, I do. The only challenges I face at the moment, as do many businesses, is just needing to make some changes so that we're able to ship again to the EU. But I ship to Australia, America, Canada, and everywhere else. So yeah, I'll be able to get goodies to you in Canada. So congratulations and thank you for joining me, and thank you very much for taking part in these celebrations and being enthusiastic. And I hope you really, really like what we've started 2025 with. I do have fabulous new collections, as I say, to share with you during the course of January, different styles, and of course, it would not be a birthday month if there weren't new Stella Pace and there weren't some new rub-ons. So I haven't put all the goodies on the table in just one go, you know. So you'll have to tune in again for more releases over the next couple of weeks. But I will absolutely do some more demos and inspiration with our Blooming Marvelous collection and with the journal kit, just to give you ideas of seeing that in action. I'm just sorry I ran out of time tonight, but we couldn't not play those amazing messages, could we? So again, thank you everybody, and I'm so excited about the next few weeks and beyond, but particularly just celebrating that 6-year milestone with all of you. I shall see you again very soon, but in the meantime, take care and have a lovely evening. See you soon. Bye.